It's been a tumultuous week in Hallis Hall, but today they can cure a lot of those ills with a victory as the 4-3 Chicago Bears take on the 4-4 Arizona Cardinals. Arizona first in their division, Bears last in their division. And the Bears season is only going to get tougher from here. There have been some disciplinary actions. There have been some elevations from the practice squad. We're going to break it all down for you and give our thoughts on today's game. So come on back and hang out with us for a few minutes. Sports Chicago style. Sports. Sports Chicago style for me and you. Welcome to Sports Chicago style. Is everybody settled in?
Good to go.
Cool. Oh, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel right there below, free of charge. Keep you up to date on all of the content that we have coming out and show your support for the content that we have coming out and that we've had coming out. Much appreciated. Excuse me. Now, with that said, today's game against the Cardinals, the Bears have to rebound from that embarrassing loss last week, the Hail Mary heard around the world, the meme that Tyreek Stevenson will forever be a part of, with that play and his positioning. So that called for discipline, for him not being aware. He took accountability after the game in a tweet to the fan base. And then in the locker room, I guess that day or the next day for the team meeting, he also addressed the team and took accountability for that, which is cool. But the fallout continues between himself and his disciplinary lack of focus and head coach Matt Eberflus and his punishment of Stevenson for that shortcoming there, that lack of focus. Now, what led up to it was the leadership team of the leadership council of this team, old heads like Komet, DJ, Mercedes Lewis, Jalen Johnson, I believe are all on it. Maybe one or two others. Mercedes, I think I said Mercedes Lewis. Cole Komet, Mercedes Lewis, yeah. But they addressed the situation by speaking out on just various. They didn't address the situation, but they spoke out on various play calls, whether it be offensively or just head coach in general or defensively. Not so much defensively, but yeah, defensively, Jalen Johnson. They want to be put in a position where they are allowed to make plays and not hand off on the goal line, to your backup offensive lineman in his first carry of his career in such a game situation. That was something that DJ Moore addressed specifically. Excuse me. And then the others had their own issues, but the way that head coach Matt Eberflus handled it was perplexing, as he was like, "Hey y'all, thanks for the feedback. Love that. We'll take every note possible, but next time, let's go ahead and keep that shit in house." And they was like, "Yo, okay, coach," but taking it as the fan, it's like, yeah, we want accountability and everything like that, but we won't tell the public, to the fan base, what's happening, and I'll deal with it in my own way. And yeah, I don't know, Flus, I don't know, but anyway, So this game will go a long way to see how the play calling responds, how Flus responds in those calling pressure situations, and how the players respond listening to and following those play calls and instructions. So there's a lot going on internally, with this Bears team as a and then now let's get into a little bit of the Cardinals. Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr. That's about it on the Cardinals because their offensive line is I wouldn't say sieve like, but they allow pressure on Murray, and their receiving core, they run a lot of tight ends, so they can eat you in that middle intermediate area of the field. They can run the ball, run play action, and then Marvin Harrison Jr. The defense is gonna have to, circumvent all that, keeping Murray contained. Don't let him get out on those boundaries, and just be able to buy time and make plays, which that's his thing. And they're gonna have to stop the run, and this team will get gashed in the run. Flip side of that, it looks like Tyreek Stevenson will be at least benched to start the game, at the very minimum. So maybe knowing that and having a few injuries, which I will tell you momentarily, is why he's up now. Speaking of Reddy Stewart, who was activated from the practice squad, also offensive lineman tackle Jake Curran is active for this game. Out, Amagaji, the rookie, he is a calf injury. Kwani B, Jaquan Brisker, concussion issues out. Braxton Jones, knee issues out. Montez Sweat, shin is questionable. Ryan Bates, shoulder issue, is back from IR, is questionable. Kyler Gordon and his hamstring, he's questionable. Tevin Jenkins, knee issue, questionable. And Larry Borum, who's back from IR with an ankle issue, has been full go all weekend, is game status questionable. And then Mercedes Lewis, he don't practice. he gets his rest and do not participation. He be there for the game. He be all good. Don't even worry about it. So there are some starters missing on that left side of the offensive line for the Bears. And the Cardinals defense ain't all that, but they're gonna blitz the shit out of them on that side, as it's like, yeah, that's the way to get to Caleb Williams and disrupt the play, in their opinion. Now, that would be the weak side, the chink in the armor, if you will. So, it's a basic overview of what's going down in Arizona. So let's go around the panel to see any thoughts on what's happening. Coach Tripping, I hand it to you. Thank you, Triple R. Right. I expect to see Matt Eberflus not be a goober when it comes to head coaching decisions throughout this game. If he is calling the defense as de facto defensive coordinator, right, he needs to be aggressive and let the players make plays. Offense side of the ball, Shane Waldron needs to understand, right, that his offensive line will not be able to allow a lot of deep combination routes. He needs to have some quick hitters and run the damn ball. I hand it to Chef Trips. Thank you, Coach Tripping. For today's football game, with the Chicago Bears and the Arizona Cardinals. I hope to see the Chicago Bears offense under Jane Waldron utilize the quick hitters, understanding that the offensive line is not healthy. And even when they weren't healthy, they weren't very good. So him as a offensive mind should be able to scheme open the players and let the players make the plays. For the Chicago Bears defensive side of the ball, I look forward to other players making plays than just Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat is getting double and triple teamed, leaving the other players on the defensive line one-on-one situations of which they should prosper. And this defense may have to increase the pressure on the Kyler Murray in the Arizona Cardinals to force more turnovers, so the defense can also score the ball and in case the offense has issues in that area. So let's hope for a Bears victory today. Now, what do I hand it to Trip?
Bro, chef, thanks. So, like today, bro, we gotta have sweat. Make sure that he keeps Call of Duty Murray and in the pocket, him and Mr. Excitement, Taylor and all the other defensive linemen, and want to see Big Dex have another big game in the middle, being big and being tall, cause Call of Duty Murray, he's a wee little fella. So keep, like somebody said, keep him contained and don't let him get on the boundaries where he can find like his weapons and whoever they may be, and like MHJ and everybody else. And bro, like on offensive side for the Bears, we gotta run Swift and Rojo, pound them, and then let the play action work, and not have to worry about the offensive lines being weak and letting like their pass rushes or blitzes, whatever the fuck, get to Gizmo. So you want to protect Gizmo with like the play calling, bro. It's like Shane Waldron is like, bro, let's fucking go, bro. Let's fucking go. So yeah. Let's go Bears. Let's go Bears.
Thank you, Trip. All right, so enough talkity, and it's time to crack some helmets. We'll watch the game, see what happens on so many different levels, the drama, the suspense, the action. Ah, love it, love it. All right, y'all. So we will see you after the game for the post game wrap up. Remember all of the beautiful content that we have on the channel, Sports Chicago Style, as well as that'sour.com and on all the social media platforms. All right, so until then, y'all enjoy the game. Bear down. Bear down.
Bear down, bro. Claws up. Bear down.
Bear down, everybody. Bear down. Bear down.